This is Abnormal Entertainment.
Welcome, everybody, to the Cinema Head Cheese Podshort for TrollHunters Part 1. This is Kevin Moyers, and yes, this is another Netflix series. You know, I do burn through these. This is something that came out in December of 2016, right at the end of the year, a couple days before Christmas. And it's something that my daughter and I have looked at a few times, like, we should watch that, And then one day we just kind of had nothing to do, and we said, all right, we're going to find something new, and that was it. I said, let's do TrollHunters, let's check it out, we'll see what's going. It's a DreamWorks show, and DreamWorks has been really good with animation for stuff that works for kids and adults, and it's made by Guillermo del Toro, and this is kind of an interesting project because it's something that he wanted to make live action for so long and finally settled on animation, probably just to make it a lot easier. Obviously, you can do a lot more with animation than you can in live action. You need CGI and all that stuff, but animation worked great for this because I think it pulls in a different audience. So the main story here, and I'm really not going to give away spoilers on this one too much. I'm going to keep those to a minimum. The story is there are trolls that live simultaneously with us in this sort of underground world, and the main area is this place called Troll Market. There is a troll hunter. He is a protector of the troll people, fights evil trolls, changelings, whatever needs to be done. And when a troll hunter dies, then this amulet that holds their power, their armor, their sword, that goes on to somebody else, and it will find the next troll who becomes the troll hunter. Well, this time, the amulet heads to the human world and finds this kid named Jim Lake. Jim knows nothing really of his father. I guess he passed when he was a kid. He's raised by a single mom who's a doctor, so she works crazy hours. And Jim sort of takes care of himself. He does most of the cooking around the house. He loves to cook. It's a passion of his, but he's a high school kid. He's older, so it's not like he can't handle it, you know. He has his best friend, Toby, who is in kind of a similar situation. He lives with his grandmother, who can't see very well, so he, again, sort of takes care of himself. And it's cool. They're both good. Older high school kids, they're fine. So this amulet comes to Jim. He can't shake the damn thing. And he tries to get rid of it, tries to throw it away. It always pops up. It's almost like, Tim Allen's beard in the Santa Claus. Any of the Santa Claus shit he tries to ditch. But it's there no matter what. It's attached to him. It has chosen him to be the next troll hunter. So he reads this little saying around the outside, and that's when his armor appears on him. His sword is attached to his back. He can pull that out, and it's powerful, and he has to get used to it. Two trolls show up. One, voiced by Kelsey Grammer, is a little guy named Blinky, who has, I think, 6 eyes and 4 arms, and he's an ugly little dude, but very friendly and jovial and all of that. And that's Blinky. That's Kelsey Grammer voices that. Jim Lake, by the way, is voiced by Anton Yelchin. He is listed. He is listed for 27 episodes, although it shows 28 on IMDb. I assume, that includes part 2. But it's the show came up after he died, so the first couple episodes are in the credits are dedicated to him, and as the series is, I mean, he's the lead. And if they keep going, I don't know if they have plans on what to do yet as far as replacing him as the voice of Jim. Or hell, who knows, maybe they'll move it on to another troll hunter or something like that. But I doubt they'll do that because you have to die to stop being the troll hunter. So that's how that works. So Jim is in it for the long haul. It's a lifelong appointment. But anyhow, Blinky shows up with his partner, Arg. And Arg is kind of a gruff guy. But, I mean, his name full-on is Arg with exclamation points. It's pretty funny. And Funko has pop figures for all of these, which I'm excited about. It's ridiculous. This one I'm like, I think I could do this. But they do battle with trolls. They do battle with gnomes that look like garden gnomes, by the way. And they have fang-like teeth. It's insane. Little jagged teeth. They fight changelings. All kinds of things. And then the troll that killed the last troll hunter is really the big villain to a degree, but his father, who is trapped in another world, is the big bad. And his son is trying to bring him through this gate that needs to be put together and uses the amulet. It's a whole crazy thing. But everything about this show is amazing. It looks great. It's animated well. The voice acting is great from everybody in here. And you also have people you'd recognize like Steve Yeun from Walking Dead. Ron Perlman's in there, of course. His connection with Guillermo del Toro is eternal. Thomas F. Wilson, Biff from Back to the Future. So many, and other people that you'd recognize from other places. You'd have to look through IMDb to go through it all, but everybody does a great job in this. The story's written well. You want to go one to the next, and we burned through this fast. We're like, what's next? What's next? What's next? We were really intrigued the whole time. Nothing is boring. There's funny stuff in here, the way they have to hide the trolls in the Earth realm. There's intense action. It's intelligent. It's not dumbed down for kids, but it's still not over their heads at the same time. I would really, really recommend this as a family watch. My daughter just turned 9. She's way into it. We're excited about, like I said, we're excited about the pops, the figures. We're excited about the next part of this series. I don't know if it's going to go past part 2. If Yelchin's listed for all these episodes, and I'm assuming they wrote and recorded way ahead of time. I don't know if the animation's done, but the second part's supposed to come up this year. I hope it does, because I really just can't wait. It's super fun and exciting, and I'm glad we finally got onto it. And Jim's friends, Toby and Claire, they get in on the action. They each find a weapon of their own in the fight, and they're not troll hunters, but they're part of the group with Blinky and Arg and another guy named Drawl, whose father was the previous troll hunter, and he was hoping to be the next. And there's a little contention, but he's part of the team in the end of it. So for most of the series, so it's just such a fun thing. And there are some crazy characters throughout this, and it's so much fun. But I won't spoil any more of it for you. I just want you to go, head to Netflix, watch TrollHunters. It's a blast. It really is. And they're short. They're like 22, 23 minutes each, so you can just burn right through them. But anyway, I do appreciate you tuning in. If you want to support us, great way to do that is to head over to abnormalentertainment.com or cinemaheadcheese.com. Click the Movie Pass banner. And seriously, people, this used to be $30 a month, and they just changed it. $9.95 a month. You can go to a movie in the theater every single day. Every single day. You can go to one movie in the theater. It doesn't matter if it's opening day or what. You can go. And there are major theater chains and even some mom-and-pop theaters across the country have jumped on. There's one like right down the road from me. My daughter and I go to all the time. It's like a $3 theater. They're on board with it. So you can find a place to go no matter where you are. Just check it out. Hit the Movie Pass banner, and it's a worthwhile investment. Think about it. That's the cost of one movie, and you can go as many times. Even if you go once a week, you're getting way beyond your money's worth. So that's a good thing, and it supports us. It helps us pay for this, the hosting, and all that stuff that we need to pay for, which I have been doing for years. So if you've been enjoying this show, I think it's a small thing, and you get some out of it, too. It's not like you're just handing us cash. You get a good thing. It's a sponsor of ours, and we hope you support them. I mean, what better for Cinema Head Cheese or Masterpiece Theater where they started, you know? So I appreciate that. Also, I want you to head to bunny17media.com. That is a new book label, and they have a couple of things that I've written there and some other stuff, and it's a great new label, and I hope you, if you like what I do, you support me further by buying my books. You have the Kevin Hates Everything book, which is the first run of that series. If you ever listen to that podcast, I ran it for 56 and quit for a couple years on it, and then brought it back when we built this network. So that was independent of this network in the very beginning. And those first 56 plus a few more chapters that I added on, including one I wrote just a couple of months ago, those are all available in the book because it was a blog and a podcast simultaneously at that point. So you can read all of that fun stuff. And then another book, Secondhand Boogers, that I wrote is a series of essays about me, my daughter, and it's good fun stuff that parents can appreciate and non-parents can appreciate as well. So, and there will also be more books and audiobooks and ebooks as time goes on over there. It's a very new label, and we're getting this going, so I appreciate your support. But anyway, thank you again for tuning in. Always appreciate it. And check out all the shows at abnormalentertainment.com, all the reviews at cinemaheadcheese.com, and I will see you next time. Subscribe and download back episodes of Cinema Head Cheese the podcast, and read all of our movie reviews and news at cinemaheadcheese.com. Email us at cinemaheadcheese@yahoo.com. Search Cinema Head Cheese on Facebook and tweet us at CINHeadCheese. And for more podcasts, books, comics, blogs, and videos, head to abnormalentertainment.com.
You've been listening to the Abnormal Entertainment Network.